Hello and welcome to another edition of Real Talk. Well, I wanted to talk today about the benefits of having an advocate for you when you're either buying or selling a property. One of my favourite roles at Solid is actually acting as an advocate. As a buyer's advocate, I really encourage my clients to look for pockets of real estate that are not undiscovered, but perhaps you could call them a bridesmaid suburb. So for example, if you're looking in East Melbourne, all you have to do is jump Victoria Street and you're in Collingwood. Now certainly the demographic changes enormously. Collingwood was one of our most industrial suburbs, but you can pay $4.5 million for a home at the moment in East Melbourne, but you can buy yourself a nice home for in the early $2 millions in Collingwood. So certainly well worth looking at. There's a lot of examples of that. St Kilda West, all you have to do is jump Fitzroy Street and you're in St Kilda. And of course with the Gatwick now becoming one of Channel 9's latest projects, we're going to see a big cleanup in St Kilda. Even out in Narre Warren, if you jump the highway there and you're in Hallam, it's I think it's about 30% cheaper. So there's so many pockets that we can find. And one of the things that I do with all my clients is say, okay, well, what's the absolute wish list? And then let's get a little bit of an elastic band approach on that and maybe jump a street or two. Because with the way that Melbourne property is going at the moment, we've seen a lot of shining examples of, and Collingwood in fact is a great example, of a suburb that's becoming richer by the moment. Certainly anywhere that's within the 10-kilometre radius is absolutely under attack at the moment in terms of price growth. So there's so many ways that we can look at it. The other thing that I encourage a lot of my clients to do, particularly if you want to be within the 5-kilometre radius of the city, is to actually look at obviously what your budget is now, where your ideal location and demographic is, but look at a 2-bedroom home with upside. So for those of you who know me, I bought a townhouse in Malvern about 3 years ago, and it was essentially a 1-bed plus a study townhouse. Now it did take me a year through council, but I've actually got permission to put a 1-bed plus an ensuite above the garage, which is in a lovely it's really ideally located next to the house. And I've also got permission to put another bedroom and bathroom upstairs in an area that you wouldn't even know existed, but there was a flat roof above this space, and we've been able to take up enough space for an ensuite and a bedroom. So that's actually going to take what is currently a $1 million townhouse to about $1.6 million. So you'll find on average to add a bedroom is about $75,000, to add a bathroom is about $50,000, and I'm talking infrastructure, you know, the cladding and the whole structure as well as the internals. But if you're at the moment, if you're looking to buy even a 2-bedroom villa, now there's no restrictions on actually going up. So even if you're in a strata, rarely does the common property extend to the ceiling space. So you can actually put on a second story for around about $275,000 now will get you a staircase, a really good landing, a rumpus room, a bathroom, a bedroom and an ensuite. So if you've got a small little pocket, $275,000 later, you've added about 40% floor space to your home. There's all sorts of things that we can do, and I think really these days there's so much competition out there to have a buyer's advocate or a vendor's advocate working with you and really keeping a lot of people honest. It's tricky when, even though we've got statement of information now, the way that the real estate agents are trained to talk up the price. Oh, we've had interest in this area, in this area. I find when I go in and I actually sit in the real estate agency's boardroom and I talk to the agents, business to business, we deal with cold hard facts a lot. I recently did a buyer's advocacy job in Bond Beach, and it was being promoted as a townhouse. It was actually built very much like an apartment block. Everyone went downstairs to park and then upstairs to 2-story townhouse. It was actually really being promoted as a townhouse, really an apartment. So I was able to really come in and be really tough about the price. We got that 50,000 cheaper. So there's a whole lot of ways as a buyer's advocate and a vendor's advocate I can save you money. I charge about 1 to 2% for that, and I guarantee if I don't save you that, it's free. Have a lovely time. Look forward to seeing you next weekend.